Hey, lovely leaders. Welcome to the Not Your Dad's Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Lindsey, your go to girly for all things feminine leadership and soft skill integration. I am so happy you're here. How are you doing? I hope that you've been taking care of yourself. That's basically all I've been doing. Well, we did do one thing. We went to our fave, the Alamo Draft House, to see the movie Companion. Have y'all seen that one? It's pretty crazy, right? Let me know your thoughts. Um, no, seriously, let me know your thoughts. DM me and let's talk about it. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the most important soft skill you may or may not have in your arsenal. But after this episode, my hope and dream is that you will start integrating this skill into your leadership practice every single day. So, what is the soft skill and what makes it so special? This soft skill will help you get a bigger paycheck and more opportunities. This soft skill will help you make high stakes decisions without spiraling with self doubt. This soft skill will help you actually get heard in meetings. This soft skill will help you handle difficult conversations without panicking. This soft skill will help you stop feeling like you have to prove yourself 24/7. This soft skill will help you foster innovation, open communication, and creative problem solving. This soft skill will help you reduce burnout and turnover. This soft skill will help you change the way leadership is done for the next generation. Phew. So, what is a soft skill? Is it executive presence, emotional intelligence, relationship building? Nope. This soft skill is self love. And self love is the foundation of all soft skills. She's the queen of soft skills, the ruler of them all. Because when you think about it, you can't have executive presence if you don't have belief in yourself. You can't practice emotional intelligence if you don't even understand or know how to embody your emotions. And you can't network and build relationships if you don't even trust yourself to take up space. Self love is what makes every other leadership skill actually work. It's the difference between knowing what to do and actually having the confidence to do it. And honestly, once you start leading with self love, everything else just clicks into place. This is a leadership skill that no one is teaching. Everyone passes it over or doesn't even think to integrate it into their leadership practice. And I love talking about it and I can see the importance of it because after learning about self love and embodying it in my own life, I knew it was a missing piece at work and in leadership and in life. I've been talking about the importance of self love and leadership for years. And the question I get most often is, what does self love have to do with leadership? And my answer is always everything. I feel like I sound like Stefan from SNL. This soft skill has everything. That was the worst Stefan impression. Okay, so in this episode, I'm introducing a new segment called Wait, but Lindsey, where I answer some of the questions I get about self love and leadership. Like these are the most I get. These are the questions I get most often, besides what do they have to do with each other. So let's get into it. Okay, first question. Wait, but Lindsey, isn't leadership about skills, strategy, and execution? How does self love actually help me lead a team? So, something I always say is skill sets are how you do something, but self love determines who you are while you do them. You can have all the strategy in the world, but if you're constantly doubting yourself, people will feel that, they will see that, they will know that. Self love gives you the resilience to handle setbacks, the confidence to make tough calls, and the emotional intelligence to lead with empathy. Without it, you're just managing tasks, not truly leading people, and you're definitely not truly leading yourself. Self love is your leadership foundation. Repeat that to yourself over and over so you don't forget. Self love is your leadership foundation. Self love is your leadership foundation. Say it with me. Self love is your leadership foundation. Okay, next question. Wait, but Lindsey, I need to be respected in my role. How does self love make me a stronger leader instead of just making me soft? And I say, I think there is this misconception in general that self love and even feminine leadership are soft, but we have a spectrum of feminine energy. They are not like feminine energy is not just nurturing and warmth and empathy and grace and intuition. Feminine energy is also about stepping into our shadow side that has been repressed and stuffed down throughout the years due to societal expectations. And this side of the spectrum encompasses our boundaries, our self worth, our fearlessness, our assertiveness, our rage, our authenticity, our sensuality, and yes, the way that we love ourselves. So, with all that being said, self love makes you unmesswithable. When you love yourself, you're not bending over backwards to be liked, over apologizing, or shrinking to make others comfortable. You set your boundaries, you speak with conviction, and you own your presence. And that's not softness, that is strength. Okay, next question. Wait, but Lindsey, work is about results, not feelings. How is self love going to help me hit my goals and advance my career? Have you ever noticed how the most stressed out people are the ones micromanaging, burning out, and making frantic, poor decisions? Self love isn't just about feelings. It is, there are feelings involved, but it's not just about feelings. I want to make that really clear. It's about knowing when to rest, when to push, and when to call BS on toxic work culture. You can't lead at your best if you're running on fumes. Protecting your energy is a leadership strategy. So, self love at work isn't just about sitting around and journaling. It can also be about the decisions you make and the way that you lead. It's about treating yourself with the same respect and care that you give others without apologizing for it. And anyways, what's wrong with feelings? You're a human being and you have them, and it's best to know what to do with those feelings and why they're so important. They are your superpower. Okay, next one. Wait, but Lindsey, if I focus on self love, won't that make me more self indulgent instead of focusing on my team and performance? Your team takes cues from you. If you're constantly drained, overworked, and doubting yourself, that energy trickles down. Leaders who practice self love create a culture of trust, respect, and healthy boundaries. And when you take care of yourself and value yourself, you show up as a leader who's calm, clear, and confident. This gives your team permission to do the same, resulting in better morale, performance, and retention. Okay, next one. Wait, but Lindsay, isn't self love just another trendy buzzword? Only if you don't understand what it actually means. People hear self love and think it's only about bubble baths and affirmations and massages. But in reality, it's the key to leadership longevity. Leaders who lack self love overwork themselves until burnout. They struggle with imposter syndrome and they overcompensate and they lead from a place of fear instead of trust. So, in the end, self love is not a trend, it's a practice. It's what makes a leader sustainable, impactful, and confident without always seeking external validation. Okay, next. Wait, but Lindsay, what does self love actually look like day to day in leadership? Self love can look like checking on yourself throughout the day. A simple, how am I feeling right now, will center you and help you approach the day with a mindset of self compassion and awareness. Self love can look like catching negative thoughts and replacing them with more helpful thoughts or reminders of your strengths. It could be as simple as saying, I'm doing my best, and that's enough. Self love can look like taking breaks. And this one is so important. I was the queen of never taking breaks, and I was a burnt out, toxic leader who loathed myself. So, step away from your desk and give yourself permission to pause, even when you're busy. And it doesn't have to be for like an hour, it can be for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just taking some time for you. When you do this, it's a sign that you value your own well being and that you know when you need a reset. It can look like forgiving yourself for mistakes. Instead of spiraling into self criticism after a mistake, you choose to view it as a learning opportunity. You give yourself grace to grow and improve from this mistake. And self love can look like leading in a way that feels true to you instead of performing and conforming to a version of leadership that you think you should embody. Okay, last question. Wait, but Lindsay, how can I integrate self love into leadership without it taking up my whole day? Listen, I know that you're busy and you have a lot on your plate and you're already making decisions all day. So, self love is just about shifting how you make those decisions and how you approach your busyness and how you handle yourself throughout the day. You don't need to add a self love hour to your calendar. Self love is about small moments throughout your day. It's not some grand thing that you do, it's one practice and then adding another and then adding another until it's just second nature. So take the answers from the last question, just from like a minute ago, and just start. Just pick one and add it into your day. Self love and leadership isn't extra work, it's a practice, and you get to be in charge of it, and you get to choose, and you get to decide when and how you practice self love. So take it day by day. Be nice to yourself, take care of yourself, trust yourself, forgive yourself, and see what happens. And the good news is actually like the greatest news. Uh, like leading with self love is what I do. It's what I built this entire business on. And, I started my self love journey just being so completely burnt out, so disconnected from myself, being a toxic leader, just not who I wanted to be as a leader and as a human. And like I said, like this should be taught. Well, I teach it, but this it should be taught in like every single leadership program. Um And I've given several reasons why during this podcast. And it's just, you can't skip it. You just can't. And loving yourself is going to make you the best leader that you can possibly be. So, through my coaching and this podcast and my workbooks and everything, my goal is to not just build great leaders, it's to help women build belief in themselves to become great leaders. And we do that through embodying self love while also bringing in important leadership skills to add to your practice. So, if any of this is resonating with you and you feel like self love is a missing piece in your leadership practice, I'm here to guide and support you every step of the way so you can show up as the confident, empowered leader you're meant to be that leads with ease and flow and intuition. So you can just build this brand new, beautiful leadership lifestyle. So, whether you're running a team, you're an individual contributor, or you're just starting out in your leadership journey, self love is a soft skill that will help you get those raises and paychecks and recognition that you deserve. Like, literally, one of my clients doubled her salary just 2 months after working with me and went from manager to director level role. And yes, we also work on your money mindset so you can feel worthy and deserving of that raise without guilt. And even beyond your job title and paycheck is the impact that you will make and the ripple effect that self love has. I think right now we're getting a lot of examples of what toxic leadership can look like when your self love is not in check and when you just are looking for power over people. Self love is a way that we lead with humanity first. And when you love yourself, you are giving permission for others to love themselves as well. And that trickles down and creates this beautiful ripple effect throughout time. Is that really it sounds so intense, but it's so true. Like, the impact that you can have is more important than anything in the world. And I think we're seeing right now what happens when the ripple effect is negative. So, if you want to work together to create a plan that feels aligned with where you're at and where you want to go, I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to sign up for a call and see if this type of work is right for you. If you want to add self love to your leadership practice, I am here for you. And I would love to support and guide you. So, yeah, I'll put a link I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to sign up for a call. And that is it. All right, girlies, I will see you on the next episode. Bye.